Hello and welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Mike White alongside Bryce Clifford. We've had an incredible day today, an unbelievable weekend here at 2021 Nationals in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, here at the Proving Grounds. They've been so kind to us. This venue is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you see only one featured stage, like center court here. There's like 40 more that direction, and then there's 5 fields just like it.
5 fields.
That way. We had 413, over 400 teams signed up for this. This is the national tournament for the books. Next year, I could only imagine it's bigger. It's steadily grown every single year. I'm not shocked if we break 500 teams next year.
No, not a chance.
This weekend, this day two, was crazy. Our day one was insanity. I mean, I didn't know who to watch and where to be until the women's finals. I'm like, there's so much happening right now. I don't know who I'm supposed to be viewing.
Yeah. And now we are here for the third place match. Yeah, typically we do semi-semis finals. Nope. Extra round it today. You're going to get a third place match. That is, of course, between Boisterous, Preston Bies, and Caleb Peck, and Assistive Touch, Clark Marshall, and Buddy Hammond. This, I think, will be one for the books. A third place at Nationals, that is really what you want. You want to stand on that Stuart Spike Seltzer podium.
Yeah, no one wants to miss the podium. They're going to take this game pretty seriously. I mean, Preston Bies looks like he doesn't care all the time. He cares. I'm telling you right now, he wants to win. He thinks he can win. Buddy Hammond and Preston Bies have squared off so many times over the years. This is going to be fun to watch regardless of what happens.
Yeah. And before we get into this, I just shouted out Stuart Spiked on their podium. I'm going to shout out all of these Spikeball sponsors, the Spikeball Tour Series sponsors, of course, VII Apparel Co. The jerseys you see on all of the players today, sported by VII Apparel. Spiked Stuart Spiked Seltzer, iconic, just got spiked, some great hard seltzers, beautiful. They got root beer, they got orange cream cycle. Pair of Thieves, undergarments, socks. You see Clark Marshall currently wearing some Pair of Thieves socks. We got Protein 2.0, the official sports drink of the Spikeball Tour Series, as well as Hampton Farms, the official nut of the Spikeball Tour Series, which actually been great. So many eaten around here as we get into this game one.
Great defense. See, this is what we were missing from all of our semifinals match. The touches that actually go the way of Hammond and Marshall.
Of course, observing this match, Max Modell is out there again, joined this time by a different Danton's brother, Daniel and Kyle Ackerman. They call that clean, so a nice early break for Assistive Touch.
Oh, they're deciding to play this. Boisterous swings big, high, into the stands, 1-1.
Of course, that's Caleb Peck, just 21 years old from Lancaster, PA, and a long-time player with a great serves.
Yeah, an ace. You know, this is them just rolling. I mean, we saw this early in his semifinal match, and it kind of fell off. I expect them to be a little bit pissed off and come with more heat this game for an extended period of time instead of just letting it trickle off.
Right, this is where they need to keep that energy up. And, of course, as long as they don't let up an 8-1 lead, they'll probably be able to keep that energy throughout.
Definitely. Buddy Hammond. What are those yellow gold cleats? Crossed up, just serves from one hand. They're playing this. Caleb Heck decides to play this body up. A lot of spin on this. The set is very important. And a good hit by Buddy Hammond to go up and over Preston Bies.
That's different. Before we saw Heck go up and over. This time he hit it right at him and easily controlled. It's what they wanted to have happen in the semifinals. Of course, it did not, but it's working for them here. 2 breaks already, just 4 points into this game.
That's 2 breaks on body defense that they were begging for in the last series. I don't think they really got a single good one on. They didn't convert on any of these opportunities. So backhand attempt by Buddy Hammond.
Of course, note these teams did play 2 weeks ago in California. Assistive Touch got the best of them in 2 games.
Steps out right, puts this one on low. Bies swinging hard, puts into the left knee of Hammond with a open-handed push. Another smart shot by Bies. That's just experience.
Yeah, that's just, like I said, he knows you're trying to get that touch. I'm going to hit into your knee, so there's no shot you can get it.
Big swing from Bies.
Chandler.
The most power of all of the Roundnet players on the stage currently. Lefty looked good. Marshall set from off the net, pretty good. Preston Bies jumps. Nothing happens. Point for Assistive
That
Touch.
is a textbook Preston Bies move, hopping up, trying to make something happen. Often it does, but sometimes he's just in no man's land.
And Clark Marshall hits a reverse cut. We needed to see any of these in their semifinal match.
It's going to be very sad to see either of these teams heat up, knowing that if they did it an hour ago, it would have helped, but a spectacular serve there from Clark Marshall.
He almost did it again. Wow, this is going to be a sick third place game. We're only 8 points in. We're seeing a different version of both of these teams already. Body up. Hammond gives chase. That's going to probably be called a carry regardless. Great attempt from both of them, but Boisterous comes away with the point.
Yeah, they're making the thing, and that's another, of course not converted, but another defensive touch coming out. Hammond in the finals of California notched 27 defensive touches, more than any player has done in any finals this year. Already 2 between Marshall and Hammond, so I think they're going to match a similar performance than they did there.
Yeah, that's what they need to do to win. I mean, that's been their game. They know that they're not serve ballers. Sure, they've been practicing them, and sure, Clark Marshall got a big old reverse. Oh, I think this one will not be called high. That was a great serve.
Wait, can I get in on this?
A clean serve is called, excuse me. Of course, I think we maybe need a new signal. The high and the clean is pretty much the same. It's just where you put it. But that one's called clean. I agree with that. So an ace coming out from Caleb Heck ties it up for Boisterous here.
That had so much spin. That serve he just hit took a huge right turn off the turf. Serve received by Marshall was pretty good. Big body up by Caleb. Preston Bies runs right at the crowd, but can't bring this one back towards the net.
No, but it's good to see Heck get a defensive touch of his own. Start to show some digs on Marshall and Hammond that are strong hitters, but are not invincible against defensive touches.
No, not even close. Not even close. They're both great hitters. Oh, they were going to play this as well. They're doing that a lot. No hit zone violation called.
A little chirping going on between as Hammond
Early.
is excited about the call. Bies disagrees, and Marshall chirps back, "You're the only one that thinks that." So I think they're getting maybe a little testy early in this game. They both really want to be on this podium. Getting fourth is the worst. You show up on Sunday to lose twice? No.
Caleb swinging big. Oh, those are the touches Hammond wants more than anything in the world. It's just unfortunate. I mean, yes, the ball is going up. It hits Caleb Heck right in the noggin. They don't have the chance to take the break, but they do get to serve again. Starts over, first serve. Steps out wide right. Tries to hit a cut. No bueno.
See what he has here and see if they're going to opt for their classic drop on 2.
Really dropped,
Missed
and
that
it
one.
really didn't work.
Yeah. Back to Bies. Crowd a little bit subdued as they're trying to just see who they're feeling out for. Maybe not sure who they're rooting for.
I was about to say the last time he had the ball in his hand was before the call that he disagreed with. So he gets the ball back in his hand.
He does play with emotion and just heats up when he is feeling heated. Of course, Bies and Hammond have played many times, both in California, so they know each other, and they are competitors.
They're saying hi again. Another one that's close every time Hammond hits these. They're at his shoulder.
That was called clean, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Let's start.
Every time.
Excuse me.
He
Right.
hits him at his shoulder, and his hand keeps moving up. And
The only thing he should do is let it go.
Yeah.
Right. If he lets it go, it's over his shoulder. It's like baseball, right? You got to have a good eye. You know that one was high, but he touched it and looks possible.
now Preston Bies. Oh, love that shot from him. The fake, getting Marshall to move, who's already so tall and has to dive to a good drop shot. It works. It works well against him.
They did it, we do it, let's do this.
Some more chatter around the court as it's 8-8 and Marshall is swinging. They don't play that rim after opting to play the first 3.
Yeah,
I like the strategy. Yeah, right.
All right, Marshall. Waiting to, waiting. There's a B in there. They boop this one on. Preston Bies going to swing big.
Dang it!
Buddy gets a touch. Doesn't go to his teammate. Good swing by Bies.
Just putting together, the touches are coming, but again, sometimes when you're getting touches that are not good, they can tell you you're doing a good job, where it may actually be the opposite, where Bies is very happy with that.
Yeah, oh, if he puts it in with that much power, it is. It is. Bye, Bies. Caleb Heck. These guys don't shy away from a second serve, ever. The polar opposite of what Marshall and Hammond have been doing. Heck swings, reverse cut. Hammond gets a touch on it with his left hand. The set was not amazing. He avoids the no-hit zone, or not.
I hit that so hard at you.
So they're chatting and we're listening in here, but just a nice play that looked like it was going to be a break for Boisterous, and he had to make that strong hit to get it back on.
Yeah, it was a good pull.
Yeah.
Good pull all around. And avoided the hit zone. I thought he might have gone in. I thought they looked right at the observers, but Hammond hits a little bit of a cut. Caleb swings with his left hand. Great lefty pull.
Yeah, Caleb's lefty pull is a classic. I think a lefty little drop and flick is actually his favorite shot, he noted. He loves to use his left hand, which of course is really common nowadays, but when he was coming up, it wasn't, so that's how he separated himself.
Good balls over there?
Yeah, we saw from the Texas players. We've heard about the Texas stereotypes. They don't use their left hand. They just don't. And Caleb Heck loves to show off his ambidextrous round net prowess. Preston Bies is going to drop this one. Backhand from Buddy on 2. Nice shot.
There's a little disagreement there, but called clean and going all around. Of course, Bies, you saw earlier, likes to use the observers, but now we're rotating at 10-10 if you're just joining in. Of course, this is the 3rd place match. Coming up right after that is the finals between Ritto Boys and Double Clutch, so don't go anywhere. We are insanely stoked for that.
Yeah, and we won't be doing a true second. Oh, Clark Marshall bringing the heat. Gets an ace. We won't be doing a true second place match today. This is the 3rd place game. This is a best of 3 series. We'll go straight into the final. We'll take a very, very short break. We do not want to deprive you of any more action. It'll be about a 3-minute break in between the matches where you will see Ritto Boys taking on Double Clutch, but we have got at least a game and a half left in our 3rd place match. Marshall trying to hit a cut serve on his 2nd.
Way up.
Sometime in game 2, we'll also be giving away more Spikeball swag. I will have the promo code for you on spikeball.com. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere between games. We will keep this thing rolling. We'll be giving away some stuff. Caleb Heck spins the ball, steps out. That's definitely high.
They'll take that. So just a little lull in the game here with a couple double faults all around, but all tied up. I think some big plays from both sides so far.
It's funny that you say that. I think Hammond just looked at Marshall and said, let's make some plays here. They need to keep it up. That's where they get their breaks. I mean, Marshall did hit an ace early, but defense is where they will get their breaks. Preston Bies can easily steal a couple of points from the service line himself. He's going to swing hard with his right hand, fakes out Hammond. It looked like he was in position, jumped out of position, and Preston knew it was going to happen. Pulled it.
It's a game of chicken. Who can make the decision first? Bies showed a fake, Hammond bit, and that left it wide open.
Oh, a good set from off the net by Marshall on a mediocre touch from Hammond. Able to put that one away, keep this game very close.
Yeah, that's what they need. They have such strong recovery sets that even if they do get a weak receive, they are getting it back to the net.
Yeah, Marshall excels there, as I've noticed over the last couple of weeks. He hits a reverse they call high. Reverse cut spinning right off the right hand. So it jumps to the receiver's left. Caleb Heck swinging with his left. Buddy trying to get there. Does not commit. He may have had a chance. A little bit bummed about it. explaining to his partner he could have been there. And 13-13, we're still just climbing the ladder. Mini break for Hammond and Marshall. Caleb Heck swings very hard, moves the net like a foot on the miss. Caleb Heck yells the score, drop shot against Marshall, and we talked about how effective that can be. That was a great shot by Caleb Heck.
That's the first time we've kind of seen the drop come out against Marshall, but you're right, you mentioned it. It was really effective, and Caleb Heck, not just power, bringing the drop into play. It'll keep them guessing. They can't cut as much to worry about his cut. They got to stay back.
The lefty cut was sick, but it defended well, and an open hand shot as he's jumping over the net by Hammond. Good recovery after that serve.
Yeah, again, that's the second time we've seen Hammond have to make a big play after getting a weak receive. It's nice they're able to do it, but you can't keep doing that. One is bound to go Boisterous' way.
Both of these teams sticking to what they know. It just needs to land. Good job by Heck to receive that one on the hop. Buddy gets another touch. Who sends this back to the net? And a little touch out of the pocket. This is going to be put away. Buddy almost gets there. Knew exactly where that was going to go. But a great shot by Caleb Heck to get it just high enough where Buddy couldn't get it.
Such a big chase down. Actually, the first we've seen from them get back on the net. I love it. It was a double touch. Marshall not really sure what to do with it. A lot of times in these rallies, they feel good. They'll make the next play, so just dropping it off, but not enough. Very ready for it, and Heck's like, I'm going to put it away this time.
He almost pulled it too much, but Buddy on the run. Couldn't make a play there. Hammond and Marshall putting their hats back on, trying to get back to work here. They lose the break. Boisterous up 15-14 as Preston Bies crossed up stance. Steps out left and hits that one about a foot in front of the net. Swinging out of his shoes. Giving it his all. Stand side by side this time around. Wide right. One fake. Good serve. Not a great receive. Marshall had to jump over the net. Hits into the pocket. Now Caleb will swing. Buddy chasing this one down and gets there. He's going to have to make his way back to the net. The set not great from Marshall. And Hammond's left hand doesn't get it back to the net.
Yeah, just not able to put it together once again. I love the incredible effort that they're putting in. But another one going Boisterous' way.
And that's not something we see all the time out of Marshall. His sets like that are typically so good.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Buddy did not get as much horizontal movement on that set than he wanted. Like, he sent it pretty far up. Marshall had to move to get it.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, if they're going to win games, those are the types of points they need to convert. Bies with a great left hand. And a body there as well. So close.
And Bies getting into it, getting the touch, and yelling. Come on, he is.
Honestly, it scared me.
Yeah, he is. You don't see this often from him. It's often why he is choking at the net, is to calm these competitive nerves, because he does want to win. He wants. This is Boisterous' last tournament. They want to go out with a podium finish.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing the most lackadaisical game of Roundnet, but then he does stuff like that, and he just makes it look so easy.
But yeah, I think that's Caleb Heck's favorite shot, and Bies did just set him up for it perfectly. That was incredible to keep their lead.
I think Bies even did his version of
Lefty backhand
like
flick, right?
shooting a three and like turning around and walking away. He hit the set and just like held the pose for a second, like a golfer who knew they just pured one.
18.
Caleb Heck there, confused about the score.
It's 17. No, I thought it was 15.
Buddy must have blacked out for 4 points because he thinks the score is 15-13. We have 17-15.
We have 7-5.
Okay, I served 64. It's 7-5. Hey, I'm getting dementia, man. I'm old out here.
We had to confirm with them the score we have.
Mike White to the rescue. Good thing. Left hand from Marshall under the left tricep of Heck.
Heck getting a little frustrated himself. Not frustrated, of course, they're happy with the lead, but you see so many balls and you can't get a touch. You just want one. You're itching for it.
Yeah, it's not like his positioning's bad. just these guys need to convert a little bit more. They play this anyways. It might have been high, but they know how good their offense is.
And we see that high hitting working out. They're coming in for the body. If there's two players, Hammond and Marshall, there for the body, you often can hit it over them. But if it's only one, you just boom it right over.
Preston Bies interacting with his crowd, and he loves it. Hits a reverse cut that he thinks is his pocket. A
side pocket, of course. A reverse cut cannot hit the, I want to call it the I don't know. So right, the left third if you're hitting it from the right, because that makes it just a pocket back way. The call stands with what Hammond went for, so it goes back to Bies.
I think Buddy just got more excited about the pocket call than he has about anything all game. Hates getting aced. Considers himself an amazing defensive player. Plays this off of his body. He's going to swing and put it high, but Caleb had stopped running.
And that's one way you can try to defend the high ball, is by jumping high. Bies does. Of course, that leaves Heck, Bies no option, excuse me. After he jumps to chase it down, he missed it, turns around and hopes to see Heck there, but he wasn't. So they're getting close, but really strong hitting there and able to make that work. Off the body, no less.
Yeah, that was it was a good adjustment on the serve receive. Bies hit the crap out of that ball. Marshall hits a reverse cut received by the left hand of Heck, who's going to use it again to put this one away.
Looking for a no-hit zone infraction on Heck, but I'm going to quick tout regardless. Again, Bies the set.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy. His touch is so good. I mean, he's hit a spike ball probably a million times, like give or take a few. Yeah, his touch is so good. He doesn't have to think about it. He knows how far off the net he is. He's logged it mentally, and then it's a butter set every time.
It's just muscle memory at this point.
And he can do it from his shoulder or from the ground. Good set by Hammond. Soft touch by Bies, and Caleb Heck going to backhand this one. Avoid the no-hit zone. Great point and break by Boisterous.
Boisterous doing what Assistive Touch wants to do. Bies bringing out that new rule the soft touch, allowing himself to set it a second time. And Heck, the diving backhand, putting in the effort to give them a 2017 lead. And no game.
And Buddy just missed the net completely on that one. First game goes the way of Boisterous. We got a pretty good third place game here, Mike.
Yeah, Boisterous. Not many people's pick to make it this far, but they're looking really strong, and I think it's their experience as a team coming out, right? Those plays they're making are just consistency, similar to what we saw double clutch before. They're just making the sets happen, they're making the hits happen, they're serve receiving pretty well. It's just all coming together, as well as making the defensive touches that Assistive Touch wants to do.
Exactly. It's like they're not doing anything poorly. There's not one part of their game where they're just messing up. The sets are incredible from Bies. The left hand coming out to play for Caleb Heck. Buddy and Clark need to figure something out here.
Yeah.
And it may need to happen on their serves. I mean, Clark got one early. They had a mini break up until about 15 points in, and then the game ran away from them.
Yeah, not much going on at all. Very different. We saw a semi-serve ball-y duo a couple weeks ago. So that's happening, and I think teams have just maybe figured out their defense, where you need to hit around them, hit it far, because they're looking pretty much undiggable. And when they're getting dug, it's so far away.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen that so many times. They got it on. It was a simple touch, and they put it away. So it's looking good for Boisterous here.
Definitely. And it's one of those things where Boisterous, they seem like so nonchalant about everything all the time, and everyone's like, oh, they'll do whatever at Nationals. They're not ranked that high anymore, just in the power rankings. And then just one bug. And then they come here, and all Preston cares about is Nationals.
Right.
He's like, oh, I'm in the pro division. I have a good enough chance to win. And then obviously falls in the semifinals, but then you better believe he's going to give it his best right here. It may not look like he's trying all that hard. That's just him.
Yep. That's just how he does it. It helps him stay calm. It helps him focus. And you're saying about all they care about is Nationals. That is extremely true. At the start of the season, someone posted, what events are you going to? Both Caleb and Preston both just said Nationals.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. That's their only focus. They went to 2. They only needed to go to 1. They got second place. They had that pro bid. The fact that we saw them 2 weeks ago was surprising. Probably just to get a little more practice before today, because this is all they care about right here.
That's it. And even though they're having a lot of fun out here, I'm looking at the players on the net, and the only two people out there are Buddy Hammond of Assistive Touch, Caleb Heck from Boisterous, and they're talking about the lefty backhand because apparently it stunned Buddy that much after he used it.
Yeah.
He was like, how do you do that? Buddy only hits this backhand. We talked before the game briefly about how he's like a Texas player in the sense that he just doesn't use his left. He can use his right hand for everything. So, yeah, maybe getting a couple of pointers from the young guy over there.
Yeah, and I think that's just so cool to see. I'm sure Caleb Heck looked up to Buddy Hammond for so many years, right? Buddy Hammond was one of the face of athletic roundnet and defense back in the day that Heck immediately had to look up to him and try to model his game, and here he is so many years later facing off against him.
Yeah, the Heck brothers, I mean, they made statements early. I mean, people knew that, and shout out to Corey. Hi, Corey. Shout out to him. Unfortunately, not playing out here today. I wish I could have seen him. Those Heck brothers have been around for so long, and they were so good so fast. And to see Caleb just continue to grow has been incredible. Speaking of which, he's got the ball in his hand right now. We're getting our second game underway here in the third place match between Assistive Touch and Boisterous here in Pennsylvania at the Proving Grounds, 2021 Spikeball Roundnet Nationals.
And, of course, coming up after this is the finals between Double Clutch and Ritto Boys. No true second today. This is it. Winner gets third.
And that is a great serve from Caleb Heck. It's almost like a little bit of a reverse jam. Point for Boisterous.
Right at him. That's a new one we see. And sometimes the jam serve, maybe the best serve in the game because you have so little time to react.
No, you get stuck with those T-Rex arms right here. Right here just under your chin. You don't know what to do. Caleb Heck, side-by-side stance. A little bit of a step out left. Hammond receives it pretty well. Body by Caleb Heck. He's in the right spot. Just goes over his knee.
Yep, not enough. But they were eating them up at the end of game 2, and I'm sure they're hungry for some and to get a big lead. I think they're more nervous to not let up a lead themselves like they did earlier.
Definitely, yeah. Assistive Touch is going to have to play extremely clean here and make those breaks on those long chase down balls that they're able to get touches on. Caleb Heck swings with his left hand by Hammond. Heck avoids the shot. Buddy Hammond begging for a redo, but they're not taking anything. Good
Laughing
job.
it off.
Good head movement by Heck. Looked like a boxer, just dodging the ball out there. Preston Bies now gets his first serve, goes with the left hand.
Of course, Preston Bies hailing from Santa Barbara in his patented tan. Surprised he's wearing a jersey here. Almost always shirtless and shoeless, just hanging out, and that's why he has this relaxed demeanor.
Another really good serve from Boisterous. Marshall pulls this one.
Another jump from Bies, and it hasn't worked out for him yet.
It's just getting pulled to his right. I mean, Marshall's so long. He gets around the ball way more than you think.
It hits so hard. You think you can react, and you really can't.
All right, Clark Marshall stepping back to serve for the second time. It goes for a hard serve, kind of ditching the MO of booping it on the second time.
I'm surprised because they did get some defensive touches, but they may just be dejected after playing double clutch, and there was no ability to even get touches on those second serves. There we have a high serve from Caleb Heck. Back to him. So we'll go for a second serve. I would love to see his reverse come out a little more, or that lefty. And there is the reverse. Handled nicely by Hammond. The pull into the hand of Caleb Heck, but not enough. That's what I like to call a Scott hand, going right down into the ground. And back the way of Buddy Hammond. We've got 3-3 now.
3-3, Assistive Touch and Boisterous. They may play this. They don't.
This is like so many finals past where we just have, and just roundnet games in general, where you have friends playing and competing, and such a fascinating relationship in the community.
Absolutely. And, oh, almost getting a weird soft touch there. Quick reactions by Buddy, but the ball is moving a little too quick for his brain. If you are just joining us or you are just here to win some free stuff, we will be giving away a Pro and Spike Bright bundle sometime in the middle of this game, so do not go anywhere, especially because next game we're giving more stuff away, or next match, for the finals. But, again, stick around for the Pro Spike Bright bundle we will give away sometime in the middle of this match. Preston Bies. First one called a little bit high. Kind of close up against the, 6'6" Clark Marshall. I think his height changes every time I say it. Bies hits a reverse that's received easily by the left hand of Marshall, who swings, and Preston Bies' right hand is so close to that. I had a good view of that, but just not able to connect there.
And some fake trash talk coming up from these two players. Wonder how much they really mean it. I'm just kidding.
10% of it there might be a
they both
little
want
undertone.
to win, but they're just competitors and having a good time out here.
Clark Marshall, second serve. Bies easily receives the drop shot, who swings with the open hand right into the knee of Marshall, who was out of the no-hit zone. So that's actually going to be a point for Assistive Touch.
The hand of God was dead with the no-hit zone, but you can still get the knee of God. Oh, look at this. Just stays out, bounces right back in, and smartly avoids the no-hit zone. It's extremely challenging to do so, but he has such long legs that he can crouch around the no-hit zone and cover shots.
Yeah, that's actually crazy to me.
Yeah.
Even watching it on the replay, I was thinking maybe the observers just didn't catch it, but he did avoid the no-hit zone completely with his knee touch. That was wild.
Incredible play by Clark Marshall. I'm so happy we finally caught one of those on stream because they are few and far between in Roundnet today.
5-5, players rotated. Caleb Heck fakes left, goes left.
Though it looks like a cloudy day back there, it's actually pretty warm and sunny. Cooled down a little bit, but players definitely sweating, get some sweat on their hands, which affects their ability to cut the ball. But not there.
Not there. Good receive by Marshall, who pulls this one just to the right of Preston Bies, who's a little frustrated with himself because he knows he's in a good spot.
Right, and he keeps getting beaten to the right on these pulls, not comping. However, truthfully, if he takes that away, Marshall probably hits the push shot. So it's just a chess match going on between the hitter and the defender.
Preston Bies going to swing really big here. Soft touch by Hammond, who changes his mind. Another soft touch here by Bies. A third one in a row. Marshall's off the net, hits the drop, and it works out for him just barely. What a rally by Assistive Touch and Boisterous.
What a play by these two. This chase here by Hammond and the dugout by Bies. They kind of put him in a bad spot. Just incredible play by these two. Just athletic move after athletic move.
3 body ups in a row. 1 utilizing the soft touch. 2 not utilizing the soft touch. These guys are having a blast. This is the type of play they love.
That's what they want to happen. That's how they fell in love with this game years ago. All these players have been playing since, I believe, 2012, maybe 2013.
Yeah, Caleb Heck calls it on himself. A little bit of a carry off the left hand. And that's an ace for Buddy. Maybe his first one that we've seen on stream.
It might be the first we've seen today, besides maybe a drop, but I'm not sure. But they're stoked, and they got a nice lead here. Exactly what they need to force a game 3.
Boisterous is not going to let them hold without a fight. Visibly irritated shoulder for Hammond. Preston Bies, back to receive, hops to his right. Easy first touch. Going to swing, pull with his right hand, and splits the defense right there. Great shot by Preston Bies.
Yeah, I love seeing that. We've seen Hammond do a couple of those. Bies the dive over that. He's been doing that for years. Way more important nowadays with the no-hit zone, but it just looks so cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the athleticism is unreal.
Yeah.
Oh, barely no good on the cut shot there. He will stand side by side. Hits another cut. They'll play this. Marshall. Oh, the backhand from Buddy we were talking about. Caleb set across the net pretty good. A backhand by Bies is going to be defended. Marshall swinging with his right, and Bies gets an amazing touch on this, who's going to swing with his right and just shorts it off the net, and we will lose the shirt.
He is frustrated. He knows that's an ESPN-esque rally that he just lobster trapped it. A little off by Heck, but impressive for a lefty play. But again, the touches just come alive here. Look at this by Bies. That's just textbook.
That's just knowing the game. I mean, that was an unbelievable. It throws the knee, puts the arm there, covers a lot of ground as the ball's coming off the net. Unbelievable touch. Unfortunately, he couldn't convert.
So that's another one for Assistive Touch and have a sizable lead.
Oh, reverse cut from Marshall actually worked, but the lefty swing from Caleb Heck, great job putting that one away. Every time Clark Marshall actually gets a really good serve on, it's just defended so well.
Bies is locked in with this setting, maybe helping due to this little turf smiley face he drew on his body.
Oh, that's amazing. You love to see it.
He's just having a good time doing his favorite thing.
Always. Always. It's so awesome to see. So fun to watch, to be honest. Buddy Hammond will be serving to the newly this tank top
the newly
tan,
naked
tank top tan turf monster. Crossed up stance, goes on 1 foot, cuts it, but it will be called high. Try to serve again here. Preston Bies hops to his right. Receives this one. It looked a little bit high. They're not going to play it. Yeah.
They all agree.
They agree.
Smart call by Heck to catch that. A little scary. However, something else to note, we haven't seen the backhand come out from Hammond yet.
Preston Bies steps out to his left, hits a lefty cut. Hammond will drop this. I thought he was going to swing really hard. It's a very smart shot to drop it as Preston Bies starts to run.
That is creative. Able to adjust to that, noting that the players are far away. Someone in the crowd asked Preston if he could have his jersey.
The fastest no I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Clark Marshall swinging. Caleb Heck receives it well. Swings with his right hand, puts it into Buddy Hammond's chin. Good job by Caleb Heck to just swing hard at that.
Yeah, Caleb Heck has such power that he's allowed to just blast it through, and I like the option of going high there. When they're collapsing, just put it into their face.
Yeah, it works really well.
Especially with the hats.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It works really well against these guys. We saw the hats be a detriment to their game a couple of weeks ago. Caleb Heck swings hard again, up and over Clark Marshall. Assistive Touch still nursing a lead.
Of course, any lead in Roundnet is very fragile.
Oh, especially with the way that Boisterous can hit their serves. Drop shot by Buddy. Not great. He gets to try again. Preston Bies hunched over and hops to his right yet again. We've seen this a couple of times. High first pass, left hand from Bies. Easy pull. No problems at all.
I think he may be the most ambidextrous player. That left-handed hit looked as smooth as most players' right.
Before this game, I was out there talking to him and Buddy, and he joked that that if they played only left-handed, that his left might be better than Buddy, just altogether. Friendly banter.
Yeah, but
hint of seriousness.
I don't disagree. His left hand is incredible.
Speaking of which, to Buddy's left hand, who's not able to get that one up, Buddy tips his cap to Preston.
Absolutely ripped it, brings them back. I love the jam option. And
yeah, that was so good. That shot's just so good.
Yeah. Back in the both hands are deadly stance.
Steps out left, swings right. Marshall will serve this high. Is very good, but Caleb Heck chasing this one down. Oh, Preston Bies goes for the behind the back shot. I think he got a touch on it first, so he had to try to put that one on.
Trying to make a play there, going for that highlight reel that got him on ESPN after last Nationals finals.
Caleb Heck just receiving a snack from a fan. Did I say Preston Bies?
And we got a timeout called. Not sure what time, but we're going to take a little breather.
Yeah, timeout called just casually, not very loud about it. But nonetheless, you get to come hang out with us here in the booth. We're having a blast here in this third-place game. Boisterous, I mean, the lackadaisical play is kind of showing now. I mean, we've gotten a couple of good breaks on defense from Hammond and Marshall, who are just having fun out there.
Yeah, I think all 4 players are just having fun. It's serious. It might get a little more tense as we get down to the wire.
Oh, yeah.
It's looking at this pace like we're going to get a game 3. I'm not going to count Boisterous out at all. They're only down a break and a half here. And Bies just absolutely ripped a serve into Hammond. But I like that they're feeling each other out. We're getting some defensive touches. We're getting some rallies. And really just strong play from all.
Yeah, that could easily happen a couple more times. Preston Bies can hit that same type of reverse or jam or cut serve that takes off 10 feet to the receiver's right. I would never count them out, to be honest. It doesn't matter how many points it is.
So they're bringing it back onto the field after the timeout. And we are sending it back out.
My favorite sign, there's some fans that have been passing signs around. They have been funny. I haven't mentioned them on stream. But my favorite one so far just popped up saying, Boisterous cracked the Liberty Bell.
I believe it.
That Preston Bies serve, has heat on it. It could do some damage.
Yeah, I don't know. Now just maybe serve in practice. Taking a breather, Bies. Taking his time to get out here, grabbing some snacks again from the crowd. It is hot out here. See all players squinting. Surprised that no hat is coming out for Heck or Bies. Not that they usually do, but it's definitely helping Assistive Touch.
No, Bies can't do it. It'll ruin the tan on his forehead.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's the analysis we come to love here.
Yeah, that's right. You see a tank top tan on him. That's just not normal, to be honest with you. Clark Marshall, given the thumbs up from our booth, is going to swing, hits a reverse cut, gets carried, Bies. No argument. Buddy Hammond excited because that got called against him in the first game already.
He's always rooting for carries.
Yeah.
he hates it, but loves
He hates
them,
it, but he loves it. Another good serve from Clark Marshall. Comes out of this timeout with a couple of reverse cuts.
Coming alive.
I don't even know this man.
No, not the Clark Marshall we've seen today. Again, so calm and collected.
This one, high first pass by Bies, who's easy left hand. When the serve receive goes straight up in the air right to your teammate and you have time to get to the net, it's almost impossible that at this level it's not getting put away.
Yeah, especially when his left is so good like that. He doesn't have to do crazy footwork. He just puts the seat in. You see a big swing come up from Caleb Heck.
Big swing, big reverse cut. I think everyone lined up with where his arm was, started groaning because they saw how good it could have been. Backhand by Buddy. What a hand by Preston Bies. That was incredible.
Wow.
It doesn't come to any success for Boisterous, but the fact that he was able to touch it was gnarly.
A little frustrated by that. Just love interacting. I think Roundnet is such a game of just little opportunities. The fact that he got that would have been huge, and it just – I can't imagine how frustrating it is to have so many opportunities just miss.
Buddy Hammond steps out wide for his first one, but Caleb Heck receives it so well and then just swings right into the rim. That is uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, a little frustrating. Not what Caleb is known for. He's one of the most consistent hitters. A little frustrated. Down 5. I don't know if they want to even use the energy to try to bring it back here. Might be more healthy just to wait for game 3.
Buddy actually hit a little bit of a reverse cut there, but it doesn't really matter when Preston Bies receives it so well. These players are having so much fun. For a podium match, these guys are having so much fun.
Rotating now, just enjoying this. I love to see you kind of have the calm Heck and Marshall with the loud Bies and Hammond.
It is like a mirror image each team. Buddy gonna swing big right. Caleb Heck is there. Heck's first pass gets him very close. This in stride swings very hard and sends it a foot past the net.
So he says so close highlight plays coming out. Just the setting a little bit off. Those are challenging where you're coming back to the net. And it's really hard to tell where to set you, but yeah, I just want one swing to land and just be crazy.
It will. It will happen. These guys keep giving themselves the opportunities. We've seen it in both games happen, but no one's really able to put it back on the net. The only times they're getting it back on the net is when they're getting the body touches, and they all stay pretty close. Almost hit another reverse cut there. I think he's just starting to feel that serve. That serve stayed very low. Heck swinging, but Marshall is there. Marshall going to jump over the net. Caleb Heck, what a hand. He's going to swing with his right hand. Buddy gets a body, but doesn't matter. Great job by Boisterous to put that one away.
Caleb Heck just saving his own error and his team there with that beautiful touch, just getting in position and just cleaning it up. Great work.
Great work. And the footwork by both teams is insane. The fact they're able to play some defense on both sides of the ball. I mean, Buddy Hammond jumped in front of that, but that ball might have been sailing up. They could have had an opportunity to do it again, but smart by Caleb to just swing hard. Call that one high. They don't get an argument. It's actually pretty close. That seems to be pretty normal. Oh, reverse cut right at Marshall's head. But he's going to swing at this, put it away anyways.
He blasted that out of the stadium here. Just launched it.
Lucky fan. Hey, the guy that wanted
Did they take it home?
Preston's jersey came away with the ball at least. Buddy Hammond, crossed up stance. I'm surprised he hasn't gone side by side to the backhand. Easy receive by Bies. He just makes it look so simple. Barely moves.
And Andrew 9-4.
Bies really easy. It was a lot of noise. I think they're going to the observers. They call it rim.
Yeah, so that goes over to Hammond. Leave up serving 2014, so pretty much out of reach here for Boisterous. See if Hammond can take it home.
It's basically all but over. Starts feeling himself, goes to the bowling alley for that one. Doesn't work out. Side by side. Maybe looking to just drop this one on. 1 point away from sending this to a third game. A very good open hand shot by Heck.
Wow.
That's just easy. That's just what he does.
Did that even bounce on the net?
Barely.
Barely. I don't know how you defend that ever.
All right, Preston Bies needs to keep this ball in his hand for the next 5 points. That first cut, almost perfect. He will be serving hard to save the life of this game. He drops it, it hits the rim, and we've got ourselves a game 3 in the third place match. You're getting everything that you came for. If you are here at this stream and you didn't want to see a third place game between these guys, I don't know what you're doing here. We're happy to see here. The Proving Grounds are living up to their namesake. These guys are doing whatever it takes to stay alive. Wow, I'm stoked we get a third place game, and we still have a finals after this.
I know. We got one more here, some free roundnet, as they say, some bonus roundnet. And that's been pretty good back and forth. You know what I really want to see is all of them connect for a big rally. I think that's what we deserve here.
Like, I'm going to double check, but now seems like as good a time as any. If you're sticking around for a game 3, now seems like the best time ever to be giving you a Spikeball Pro and Spike Bright bundle. That is one thing on Spikeball.com that is bundled together. I'm going to give you just a second to go to Spikeball.com and get ready, because the fastest fingers in the West, or wherever you're watching us right now, is going to win a Spikeball Pro Set Spike Bright bundle.
We'll clarify. It's not a pro. Don't add a Pro Set and a Spike Bright to your cart. Go and add the bundle. There's the Kids and Bundle page. Find it. Spike Bright Pro. Spikeball Pro. Spike Bright bundle.
All right. Are you ready? Get ready.
3, 2, 1.
Nationals 2021 bang.
Bang.
Type that in on Spikeball.com. Add that to your cart. See if it was free, because you got to be first.
If it's not free, you're not first.
That's basically it.
It's not free.
That's basically it right there.
If you're not first, you're last.
In this scenario, that has never been more true.
Never been more true. So enjoy. Get that. If you haven't played Spike Bright, you got to play Spike Bright also.
There might be some people sitting close to us that are trying to avoid the lag.
So we have
cheater.
We have
cheater. Yeah,
Ryder Riva in there. It's trying to get it. Oh my
Nationals
goodness.
2021 bang. All right.
Anyway, sorry. We're just having fun here.
We're having a blast
Another
out here.
game
If
here.
you are missing Nationals and you're watching this from home, we appreciate you watching from your couch, your bed, your toilet, wherever you may be viewing this. But you better be here next year. You're missing an electric atmosphere. The music is bumping. Last night we had a party after the women's finals ended. We had a party until 10 p.m., and that just carried over. Spikeball Chris was buying drinks for people. Was I a lucky recipient? Yeah, I was. Absolutely.
Right, and not even talking about Friday night. There was pickup. There was a pre-party.
Yep.
We had the pro players got some fancy badges. Look at that.
Oh.
It's been unbelievable.
Hey, this is my fancy badge. I'm holding on to it forever.
Of course, I will take this time to shout out all of the sponsors that helped put this together again. Protein 2.0, Hampton Farms, Stewart Spike Seltzer, VII Apparel Co., and Pair of Thieves. And of course, Spikeball Inc., who throws this all together. And a quick shout out for the team, Nora White, Jack Scotty, and we got Andrew Gasaway behind the computer.
Let's go.
We're happy you're here with us today. Reminder, we got this Game 3. And then just a short break, 3 minutes. We'll be back with some coverage for the finals. Double Clutch and Ritto Boys. We are lit.
We've got good news. Ryder Riva did not win the free set.
That means one of you did.
That means someone out there won a free set. And Spike Bright bundle.
The bundle.
All right, our players are about to step foot back on center court here. We still have hundreds of people watching here. We know that there are hundreds of you at home. We will shout a couple of you out right now. Mike White, who do we got? Who's showing love?
We got a lot of people.
Oh, look at that.
Shout out to Defend the Potato for their Twitch Prime subscription.
If you guys have an Amazon Prime subscription and you have not subscribed with Amazon Prime on Twitch, you're wasting money. You're getting extra content. You're getting badges in chat. You get some SRA icons in chat. So link your Amazon to your Twitch and click the subscribe free. It's free.
It's
it
actually
costs
free.
You
It's
nothing
actually free.
if you have an Amazon Prime subscription. So the more of those that pop up in here, the more likely we are to keep elevating the level of this stream.
Look at Defend the Potato. Already got their SRA logo.
And they're using them in chat. I mean, come on. If you're watching this on a rebroadcast, subscribe with Prime. We had a lot of people watch our Mission Viejo broadcast from 2 weeks ago, the last SRA stop before Nationals. By the next day, 4,000 people had viewed the stream or the broadcast of it. So if you're watching this not live, thank you for that too. Everything you guys are doing is helping this stream continue to grow. We're going to bring it to you as often as we can next year. Andrew Gasaway, the man behind the maestro, if I may, is doing everything he can to make sure we bring you the most up-to-date Roundnet content, literally live from Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're having a great time here, and I don't know how to finish that off, so I'm just going to send us back into the game.
Let's
Game
do it.
3 here.
That's where we want to be anyways. We want to see these guys in action.
Yeah. I'm stoked. I am stoked for this. Game 3, Assistive Touch Boisterous. Winner makes the podium, and this isn't even our last match. I can't control it.
They're chatting, and if I know anything about what Buddy Hammond is saying over there to Clark Marshall, it's let's have fun, play hard, whatever happens, happens. He's very big on give it your best. I have been on the receiving end of those kind whispers several times in matches just like this one.
I just love how the crowd just naturally goes to murmurs before a serve.
Preston Bies doesn't. Preston
Yeah,
Bies doesn't.
no
He's amped
murmurs
up
for
for
him.
that first rim. Yeah, don't let the silence fool you.
This is tense.
This is tense.
Yeah.
I think they've realized that in Game 3 here, they will play this. Buddy Hammond going to have to avoid the no-hit zone, and does. He cleared like 10 feet.
It's like this no-hit zone was made for Buddy Hammond with how he plays like this.
I think that's why he fell in love with the game again, is like not because he can play more defense, it's because he can jump around more.
Just want to have fun and make plays.
Yeah, all these players seeming to love it. I think it was a great addition to the game. Buddy Hammond trying to serve ball with a reverse cut, it looked like.
I love how the ball still cuts off the rim.
Yes. And the turf, when it grips on the turf, it's insanity. I mean, that means you missed pretty bad, but Caleb Heck swinging big right body touch by Clark Marshall, who actually angled this way, but it bounced to the side. Nice shot by Caleb Heck.
course, if you're curious what we mean, cut, reverse cut, what does that all mean? Cut is they hit over the top of the ball. There's different techniques, but it adds spin to the ball that shoots it off to the side you're trying to go to. The reverse, the opposite. You cut under the ball to have it shoot back. Those have been deadly this year. First invented, I will say, by Tyler Chiswick back in 2019, but certainly mastered by Ryder Riva last year, and now everyone has it in their arsenal.
Ryder Riva, who you will be seeing in the, oh, you're kidding. Oh, you're kidding. We're getting, yep, word from HQ. We have a level 1 hype train in chat. There's like 700 of you in here. This is amazing. Keep subscribing with Prime, and we'll keep bringing you the Fuego content. Mike White and I here at the 3rd place game in Pennsylvania. We still have the pro finals between Double Clutch and Ritto Boys to bring you after this match ends. Buddy Hammond swinging high, but Caleb meets it at its apex. Buddy gets another touch, but Caleb puts it to the knee. Great job by Boisterous. What a defensive play.
They're finally roofing it, as I say, meeting it at its peak and not letting it blast past him. All of his length going up and making that happen. Again, just assistive touch, not able to keep it going like they want to.
If he was holding a basketball, he could have dunked.
Yeah, he probably can dunk. He's a basketball star.
Yeah, he got up there on that one.
He set his school record. Or I think he hit 1,000 points.
Wait, that's all real?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I believe he hit is it 1,000 points? Is that the milestone? But yeah.
Shout out Caleb Hex High School, whatever it is.
I believe it's Lancaster County Christian School.
Okay, well, Mike White,
yeah,
all the knowledge.
I got the facts.
The guy is an encyclopedia of Roundnet knowledge. Buddy Hammond on his left leg tries to swing away on his first one. May go back to booping it. He does. Preston ready to swing with this right, but goes backhand. Buddy Hammond gets a touch. Smart shot by Bias to kind of pet the dolphin there. Push it right at Buddy. Can't do anything with it.
Pet the dolphin. I love that term.
I don't know how I got there.
I mean, it looks like a petting the dolphin. I mean, you also pet other things, but
it made sense. You knew exactly what I meant. Preston Bies calls out the score, steps left.
Right in it.
Buddy Hammond with the comedy. He tried to body that one. It was a little lower.
Went to the no-no zone.
Yeah, a little below the belt. Not where he wanted to receive that one, I don't think. He's everyone gets quiet. They feel bad. Everyone's taking a knee.
Everyone goes, no.
Yes.
This is an entry timeout, Bryce?
I think it is. And gentlemen, you may have felt this pain, and it is not it's not uncommon to see this in the sport of Roundnet.
Yeah, cups not being worn.
At least not by everyone. I wouldn't be shocked if the soft cup has.
That's what sets double clutch apart. They're wearing cups.
It all is making sense to me. It is all making sense to me.
Don't have to worry about the jam.
All right, Preston Bies having a blast, trying to all last. Coming to the end of this game. Good receive by Hammond, and a hit on 2 by Marshall.
A powerful 2.
A very powerful 2.
When Marshall connects on his hits, they look otherworldly.
Yeah, that put a hole in one of the banners on the outside here. He'll get to serve now. Swings less hard, actually, on that one.
No, we saw the reverse come out to play in game 2.
Clark Marshall. Oops, this one on. 1, 2, and 3 by Caleb Heck.
Clean.
And a very smart open-handed push there.
I think he's adjusting a little bit. He doesn't just want to blast into their knees. He'll instead place it around them, something that you typically only reserve for pickup when you're trying to be crafty, but here it might be the right shot.
I mean, if it works in pickup, it's got to work on center stage at Nationals, right? A little bit high from the left hand of Marshall. Caleb Heck. I like to see him try to extend the lead here on his own. 6'4", and he does. He hits a good cut, received well. And he gets a body touch. He was moving on defense there. Caleb Heck in the right spot. He wants this.
Yeah, but with how much force that ball had, it went so far away from him. You would think that would be cleanly up, and it shows kind of the art of body defense. It's not as easy. It doesn't look easy, and it's harder than that, right?
Yeah, and some of these guys at the net are, I mean, again, you're watching some of the best players in the world, and they play a lot of body defense. It is pretty standard West Coast stuff. Buddy Hammond thought there was a carry, kind of gave up on the play. Should have tried to play it out first, for sure. Good job by Preston Bies for staying in it. They put that one away.
Oh, this. Yep.
Preston Bies at the service line, holding on to a 6-5 lead. Buddy Hammond's left hand puts this very high. Backhand, Caleb.
I believe Buddy Hammond hit the net on his hit. Excuse me, Bies.
I was going to say the way that it moved, but the body language was weird, and the way that the net moved
Bies
was weird. So
asked for wanted him to set it and then called it. Yeah, but anyway.
Drop shot by Marshall. Caleb Heck swinging. Hammond gets a touch, but way too far to make a second one.
Finally in position, though. Read that exactly correct.
Yeah, he's moving. I mean, he is absolutely moving. I think he's realizing that this is the third place match, and I should probably step it up a little bit here. He is having fun. They're all laughs, they're all smiles, but again.
Yeah, I think once we're into that I want to say, fourth rotation of the game, both have 10 points, 20 points in. That's when they're going to tune it up and really zone in for this.
Absolutely. It starts to feel more real with every point they take back. And that is an unbelievable drop shot by Caleb. And now we're actually seeing this looks serious. This cheering looks way more serious than when they hit the rim on their first point.
That was a real pop off, right? Hammond earlier, right when he's popping off on the rim, right? That was real. I'm so ecstatic for that drop and this 3-point lead.
15 points in. Caleb Heck swings very hard yet again. Hits the rim, and now Hammond and Marshall are going to have to start making moves every couple of times they get the ball in their hand.
Right. They're going to have to really work to get this.
You cannot win if you don't get points on your serve. It just can't happen.
And the rim, so nothing there.
Second serve, we'll see if he stays true to the second one, just dropping it on. I think he will. No, it's just the fake. It worked in California, but I don't think it's going to work there. They call this a little bit high, and
it was.
Yeah, observers right away.
Yeah, I love the idea because it does work for him as a changeup of I'm doing this my drop stance, but I cut it, but just a little too high. The margin for error is so small.
Yeah, and he doesn't go to it too often, so it works out pretty well. Lefty cut from Bies sends Marshall way off the net, and then Bies gets a great touch on it, frustrated with his leg that it didn't fly up in the air.
It always goes for the knees, and I think that's on purpose. They hit low, so it hits either the ground or your knee, and there's no shot for it. Occasionally, it'll go back in the net, like with Marshall's case last game, but usually it goes nowhere.
Yeah, Bies, he plays a ton of body defense as well. He's played the game at such a high level for so long, he pretty much knows where to be, no matter where the set's going to end up. Good high first pass by Bies, so crucial. Marshall gets a touch. He's going to swing with his right hand, avoid the no-hit zone, and a great swing to get a point here.
Get that mini break back, still down, but now in contention for it. Just need one more to take the lead, and a very clutch play, and a super strong set from Hammond here.
Yeah, no, it's still a little bit early. That point's so huge for them.
Yeah. We said once we hit this 10-10 mark, 20 points in, that's where it's going to start to heat up.
Both in position. We'll see a soft touch. Hammond set a little off the net. Marshall swings hard. They were both in the right position, but the strength a little too much to handle.
Yep, 2 in a row for Assistive Touch. Take the lead, and I think those are going to set the tone going into the second half of this game 3.
All right, they're discussing what serve they're probably going to go with here. Now, here's the crunch time you're talking about. Fourth rotation, 10-10. Players starting to sniff the podium. Goes for the drop shot.
So excuse me for being off on the score. So they still are down, but as close as they can get.
Boops it on. Will they go on 2? No. Bies will swing hard, and Hammond almost there, just out of reach from his outstretched left hand. Good point for Boisterous to stay 1 up.
We got a timeout called by Assistive Touch. We will take a breather after working extremely hard to bring it back a little bit. Shirts off. I wonder if they'll return from their earlier timeout.
And we're getting a timeout call here from Marshall, who
he is actually.
He seems to be very sick on the sideline here. It's starting to make a little bit of sense, seeing that something might have been a little bit off with him in the series earlier and in this series now.
He is not feeling well.
He is not feeling well whatsoever. It may be the heat. It may be something he ate.
Of course, he's playing a 2-day tournament, right? He's been working hard, but I can't believe they just went on that run while he was feeling like that. He is playing, but that is really unfortunate.
Yeah, this is something you hate to see. Big time hate to see. In the third place match at the biggest tournament of the year.
And I know that from a physical standpoint, making those plays are not easy on the bottom. And so doing 2 of them in a row can really tire your body so that, so that you're not feeling well, you make effort, you don't have time to catch your breath, make another effort, and you're just kind of done with it.
Not just make another effort, but with the no-hit zone and how much these guys are flying over the net and landing hard when something is already upset. I did get word they were taking a longer injury timeout, longer than the original minute. So we'll see. We're hoping for the best from these guys, and hoping we can see them try to close this one out. Boisterous wow, blanking. Boisterous and Assistive Touch, both playing great here. This third place match has been awesome. Game 3, halfway through, very narrow margin between the point spread here. So, we will take a quick look here at the routes that these teams took to get to where they are now, and the finals not filled in, but Mike will give you the breakdown on exactly what has gone on in this 2-day tournament here.
Of course, we had a crazy day yesterday with upsets all around. You know, a couple pools went to, steady teams like Double Clutch, who took care of business and brought it all in. Same with Ritto Boys, so it's fitting that those two are the ones in the finals. Went 3-0 in the morning, haven't dropped a game. Neither team, Ritto Boys nor Double Clutch, have dropped a game all tournament, which is extremely notable.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? These two teams here had a very different route, right? 2-1 for Assistive Touch and pool play, Boisterous 1-2, and had their work cut out for themselves getting here. Assistive Touch defeating Y Spike and Outside Smoke, Boisterous defeating, defeating. Sorry, this graphic is not correct. Defeating Tiki Taka and Naughty. This one is missing. So they've really had their work come out for them. So in all, they played 5 series yesterday, and now this is their 6th and their 7th. Each of them going 2 games, 14 games, but I know some went 3. So they're in 14th, 15th, 16th game right now.
Yeah.
And on a hot day here in Conshohocken, the proving grounds, I'm not surprised that they are tired. Of course, chat, we want to hear from you. Double Clutch Ritto Boys coming up. We want to know, I guess, you can let me know who you got. You can also let me know who you're rooting for. I would love to hear that as we wait out this injury timeout for Clark Marshall halfway through Game 3 of the third place match.
Not physical, not like a cut or a bruise or anything. It seems to be internal. He was sick over here on the sidelines right when he jogged off, taking the longer injury timeout instead of the initial timeout that they had called. Boisterous, I think, in no hurry to get them back onto the court. The sportsmanship is huge here. At the end of the day, this is something that these guys have played for so long. The camaraderie is huge. The community is insane. Everyone only wishing the best. So we're hoping to get them back out on the field momentarily. But for everyone here in chat, we are stoked to have you here. This is amazing. We have over 700 viewers in the Twitch channel. Some of you subscribing with that free Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime subscription if you link those 2 accounts. It's incredible to see as we have Hammond walking back out onto the field, updating the other players. And Marshall makes his way back out right now, getting a big applause. Incredible to see him battle through this trying to get back out to center stage here and give it his best effort to be able to close out third place. Makes you feel for him a little bit. Injuries a little bit too common at this national tournament. We had some other incredible players fall to injury in the pro division. You hate to see it, but Boisterous not going to waste any time. They're still here to play. Clark Marshall understands that. He is also here to give it his all. Now Buddy Hammond will have a crossed up stance here. Tied 11-11. It needs to get a big serve. It does feel like the mood shifted just a tiny bit after that.
I do see Buddy Hammond picking up the energy that's already very high to try to pick up his partner, Marshall. He accidentally almost tried to hit that soft touch off the net, which is, of course, not allowed. But I want you to see the big factor is how does Marshall do here? He looks like he does have some energy back, just needed to take a breather.
Yeah, that was maybe it just hit him quickly, unfortunately. Got some water. Good first high pass here. He'll swing really hard. Caleb Heck gets a touch on it. Good positioning by Boisterous, but Marshall, fresh off of his injury timeout, puts one away.
We're excited. 12-12 here. Marshall looking good.
Clark Marshall swings hard, actually reverse cut, defended by the left hand of Bies, who avoids the no-hit zone on a big swing. Great job by Boisterous to keep their kind of one-up lead here.
Yeah, I love seeing this effort from Bies because you don't see it very often. He is leaving his feet for so many hits, allowing to put him past them, and shows he really wants to win this.
Caleb Heck steps outright, swings very hard, big cut serve defended pretty well by Hammond, who hits a weak backhand. This goes on, and even though it wasn't a great hit, they were out of position. Smart by Bies to take the open space.
Yeah, just a quick onto, a little uncharacteristic by Assistive Touch. One of the few just setting and hitting mistakes we've seen, but easily wrapped up by Boisterous. Not going to let him breathe at all.
Yeah, they're going to play this. Caleb Heck starts rotating around. These guys still having a blast. I mean, the game's so close, and these guys are still just having a blast out here. All right, Clark Marshall hunched over. Body language still looking like he may be feeling whatever brought him off the court. Preston Bies going to swing really big. They got a soft touch here. Oh, Bies is going to get to this ball. They're going to swing and put this on with their left hand. It gets there. Hammond's now going to open hand swing, but Bies.
Wow.
Oh, it looked like he was there. Just needed to lay out.
I am so upset by that, but an unbelievable play by all these players to get it back. I love Bies just ducking, just trying his best to get out of the way. So that's a just good, quick point for Assistive Touch. Allow them to actually tie it up at 14 apiece.
Yeah, and then he gets into position to play defense and then almost does it again. That was incredible. Good shot by Caleb Heck as well to even extend that rally. Who uses his drop left right now. His left hand is just feeling it.
His left is the star of this match.
For sure.
Yeah, just all different things, so much control. Have to be two of the most ambidextrous players, Caleb Heck and Preston Bies.
Yeah, it's gotten them here, really. I mean, they've gone a long way based off of their ambidextrous play, their versatility as a team. Preston Bies. Bad stance. Hits that very low. Clark Marshall swings with his left. Preston Bies gets the first touch but can't lay out to get a second one.
That's so funny. That's just so funny. And we got a nice cloud coming over here, making it a little darker, which I'm sure Clark Marshall really appreciates. Maybe something, it's a sign for Assistive Touch coming in, some divine intervention akin to their jerseys.
Yeah, they swing hard, and of course they hit it right at Clark Marshall, who gets a touch but not up in the air.
Swing late, so Boisterous maintaining this lead and looking good. Way high on that one.
Caleb Heck steps out to his right, swings very hard. This goes up into the air. They will not play that second serve.
Take a second to shout out Travis Core out retrieving all of these balls, throwing them back into play.
Yeah,
getting his steps in today.
Big shout out to our ball boy and our observers, the whole team helping put this together. Keep everyone competitive, on their toes. Buddy Hammond with the serve. Drops it on. Caleb Heck swinging big right. They get a body on this, and then Buddy absolutely sends this one 60 feet over at a Pair of Thieves tent.
Yep, that's what Assistive Touch has been trying to get all day. Boisterous lost the lead, but not too shaken. Caleb Heck nodding. Quick, calm motion. They're ready to keep playing. I think this right there, that's where it got really real.
Yeah, definitely. This is, I mean, the lead change this close to the end in the third game here in this third place match. I mean, the winner gets the podium.
And there's actually a big difference in prize money as well. They're not playing just for that picture, although that's probably the most important thing.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys just love to be here. They love to compete. I think everything that happens after this is a bonus. Buddy Hammond drops the second one. Caleb Heck, good set to the left hand of Bies, who somehow clears Clark Marshall's left hand. Good pull shot by him. And now Preston Bies, who just hit that great left, will try to serve. Last time he cleaned it house with his left, he went to the left on the serve, like he was feeling it. Instead, he hits a banger serve. Buddy's backhand actually gets onto the net, and then Preston Bies so mad he's not going to get that one back. That's the most emotion that we've seen from Preston Bies as we really get towards the end of this, and things are starting to get real.
Yeah, he goes so up and down with his emotions, right? You see him laughing, you see him be serious, you see him frustrated. It's fascinating to watch.
Clark Marshall seems to be feeling at least okay after taking that timeout. Left-handed swing. They're going to be able to read it, but another good lefty pull that they just haven't been ready for.
No, they've no answer to it right now. Of course, the pulls and the pushes around the body, that's what you have to do against Assistive Touch. And when it's the left, it's less expected. And Caleb Heck's left hand is one of the best in the game.
Caleb Heck swings for a cut there. And now they're only a couple of points away from securing their spot on the podium. 19-18 Assistive. Buddy goes to the backhand. The serve is pretty good. We may see Preston Bies lose it if this call is clean. It is a tense atmosphere. We hear a lot of insight from the 300 observers we have around the net, and it is called high.
Okay.
Buddy, take your shirt off.
Steps out wide right, drops this on, needs to play defense, but Bies is looking to swing. Gets the body, but good shot by Bies. Very smart to put that hard and low into Buddy Hammond.
And now Bies, clutch, or trying to be, here in 1919. This is akin to 2 years ago. He actually served at 2019 at Nationals.
Lefty drop, Hammond is there. They swing very hard in order to get that one up and over. And now we've got our first match point by Clark Marshall and Buddy Hammond, trying to defeat Boisterous, Preston Bies, and Caleb Heck here in this third place match. Clark Marshall steps out wide right on the first serve, fakes left, and then cuts. They will play this. Caleb Heck swinging. Buddy Hammond giving chase, but that ball ended up long gone. Nobody home.
Game 3, we had extra free round net. Now we got extra points. We're getting our money's worth and more.
This is what we came to see. This is it right here.
Right, and these two are fighting for that $1,000 third place prize. So a difference in $500 here. Fourth place gets $500. So a little paycheck here for each point.
They're going to play this. Clark Marshall swings with this right. Caleb Heck gets a touch. Soft touch, maybe. Oh, no! That was almost the most incredible thing I've ever seen. The fact that Preston even thought to put that between his legs towards the net was unbelievable. 21-20 Assistive Touch.
He just tried anything he could. And Caleb Heck just diving, and Preston's like, let's just try something. Wow. Just so impressive. And the tension here, the crowd went wild for that, just not expecting anything.
The thing is, that looked like it almost would have hit the net on its own.
Yeah, which is not allowed.
But it's not allowed.
I'm sure that everyone would have forgotten that and went crazy.
Buddy Hammond with the backhand, trying to end it to Preston Bies' left. But again, I think they will try to play some defense. It is very quiet here on the featured court. Buddy Hammond puts this one right at Bies, who's got to swing with his right. Buddy gets a touch on it. Not good enough. Preston Bies splits the defense. Boisterous staying alive here, and the shirt comes off from Preston.
Boisterous.
Little intimidation factor.
Oh, and then a one-handed push. They are not new to extra games. Yesterday, right, they defeated Naughty in extra points, and the lead went back and forth. They are not new to this.
And that game went to 32-30, I believe.
I had you, bud.
Preston saying, I had you, but it did hit the rim. He'll have to serve again here. Deciding what serve he's going to go with. The shirtless Preston Bies calls the score and is ready to hit with his left and hits the rim.
Interesting choice there to go with the left. It has worked when it's landed, but it hasn't landed too often.
Yeah, he figures if he's got a pretty good percentage with all of his serves, assuming he hits the net, might as well try one of them. Good serve here by Marshall. Boisterous needs to put this away, and they do. Wow. Caught in the air at one of the tents over there.
It keeps looking like these hits don't even hit the net with how little angle they are using to get it past.
And the fact that still stayed in the air until it hit the outside.
Right, it didn't even pocket. Yeah. He just blasted it by him. Oh, incredible.
Boisterous serving. Caleb Heck just clips rim. Caleb Heck drops this one. Marshall swings with this right.
We're seeing a masterclass of hitting here.
Yes.
Yeah, masterclass.
This is just a lot of just 1, 2, 3, do what we know. No one's doing anything crazy. And the hitting is just, I mean, no one's getting touches really. And if they are getting touches, it's because they hit it at them probably on purpose. But match point yet again. Hammond flicking the ball. He's been doing that for years to generate a little bit of spin. Deciding if he's going to serve hard here. Or who's looping around where if he does drop this. Because he is side-by-side stance here. Opens up, Bies, hops to his left. And the serve hits the rim.
Dejected Buddy Hammond, but Bies with the quick pop off the let's go because he knows that would have been a good one.
23-23, Preston Bies. A nice, cute little toss before he hits his serve here. Steps out open, trying to cut this. And it's very, very close.
He is calm. It is tense.
This is a scary Preston Bies. Puts this on. Buddy Hammond's pass is pretty good. This body touch, soft touch, almost. Some of these will start to land for either one of these teams. It's a matter of time.
It doesn't look like an ace is going to come through. I could be jinxing him here. But really it's going to come down to who can get that first good body touch or who can just make the mistake, that heartbreaking mistake.
Another match point here for Assistive Touch. The reverse cut just goes a little bit too high. Spinning to Caleb Heck's left. Now Clark Marshall will drop this one on. It's pretty good, but Caleb Heck receives it well. Pulls this very low in between Hammond and Marshall. Great shot by Caleb Heck in a critical moment.
He's been, I don't want to call him a standout player, but he's been so solid.
Jammed serve here. Received well by Clark Marshall.
Wow.
What an incredible point. Way to keep their composure.
Wow. Like, that just came, I thought it was a pocket and came right at his face, but his ability to get back and not be flustered and by Hammond to get that set, incredible.
Buddy Hammond with game match point. Preston Bies will swing. They both lean back. It goes over their heads. Huge shot by Preston Bies. Every time they swing, I get nervous because
we're so due, right?
Yeah.
It's just we're so due for a defensive touch.
All right, Preston Bies, 25-25. Swings with his left, hits a cut, received well by Hammond, who puts this very far. Caleb Heck is there.
Should have kicked it.
He might have been able to kick it. That is just about the area where Ryan Fitzgerald saved one with his foot yesterday on stream.
Marshall punched over. They don't have another injury timeout. Of course, as it goes to extras, that is extra unfortunate for them. I believe they may have their minute timeout, which they could still use, but after that, they are left to nothing.
And he hits a cut serve, potentially for the win. This will go to observers. This will go to observers, but this is very close. This is going to be a pivotal call, a call that could send Assistive Touch to the podium.
Looks high to me from here, but they might give it a redo. They call it clean. Okay. That looks good from that angle, and that is it.
Match for Assistive Touch, who pulls it together for third place over Caleb Heck and Preston Bies.
Wow. That is incredible.
Oh
that was
my God.
So tense, and it all came down to just that. Just Marshall, who was throwing up.
He was throwing up.
Who was throwing up 10 minutes ago, coming out and winning with the cut.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. For him to end it in that fashion, I think that he is going to go get some food in him. We're keeping an eye out. Buddy Hammond is very excited, as he should be. They played very well. They might not be stoked with how they played in their semifinal match, but to come into a third-place game, take it away over Boisterous, who is an incredible team in their own right. I mean, contenders for a national championship coming into this. That is a great feat for a Marshall who was very sick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
No other words. The fact that it ended like that is crazy.
That was tense. Boisterous, that was their last tournament. 4th place at Nationals. Give them some love. Send them some message in their DM on Instagram, Boisterous_Spikeball, I believe, because we really appreciate them.